Hello, my name is Fenna. Welcome to the Self-Compassion channel. I am a certified coach and counselor, and I work with people in a Limerence episode and also the partners of people in a Limerence episode. If you want my help in one-on-one coaching online, write me an email. The email address is in the description below. Now, Limerence. My big, loving, sweet, big-hearted Limerence. Have you shown behavior in the midst of your Limerence that you're not really proud of? That you kind of wish that you hadn't done? Well, I hope I can give you some soothing, some relief, and some compassion by explaining why we do that. And I'm going to explain you why. As you know, attachment and attachment wounds and our nerve system, they all work together. Attachment wounds, well, I don't know if you know by the way, but I talk about this a lot. Attachment wounds have a tremendous effect on our nerve system. And I'm going to explain you first an experiment that was done a few decades ago called the still face experiment. There were caregivers, in this case there were the mothers, who got the task to stare at their babies with a blank face, just no emotion. Within a few seconds, the babies would subconsciously apply behavior and tricks in order to get some sort of reaction, anything. And if the mothers wouldn't give that reaction, the babies would get completely upset and cry. And this all happened within a few seconds. The sympathetic part of our nerve system gets activated when this happens, was activated within the babies. And they got taken over by it. We cannot feel safe if this part of our nerve system is activated. And of course, we still function as the babies who need safety. We still show some sort of the same behavior. We want a reaction from someone we care for. We want to make a connection. Our level of cortisol goes through the roof if we cannot get a reaction or we cannot make a connection, at least not a safe one. And we subconsciously seek it even in negative behavior. And since we always have this part of us who can watch us, this adult part of us who can observe ourselves, we can also see the behavior that we don't really want to show, and we kind of judge it like, okay, Fenna, what you're doing now is really weird. For example, calling someone 3 times when you freak out. Normally, you would never do that, right? And afterwards you may feel really embarrassed. And what makes us embarrassed is when the image that we want to have of ourselves clashes with our behavior that we actually show. When I look back at the height of my Limerence episode, I've also shown some behavior that I'm not really proud of, but it was a way to feel some sort of control. And even, of course, that was an illusion and it made things worse instead of better. I felt like I had no control over the situation. And we hate the still face. We hate it when we cannot connect. We hate it when we feel unsafe and we go some lengths to gain back the feeling of safety and or at least some sort of feeling of control. I watched Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trials because you could clearly see the attachment wounds on both sides. And I'm not getting into who is right and who is wrong and who said what, but you saw, it was so sad actually, you saw this play out, this dynamic. Amber freaking out when she felt abandoned and trying to gain control, and Johnny Depp avoiding his emotions as a coping mechanism. Again, I am not here to say who I think was wrong or right. That's absolutely not the point. But both behavior made things worse for the two of them. They did not meet each other's need, but they both triggered the other person's biggest fear. So I hope you give yourself some slack and compassion when you are embarrassed about your behavior, because realize that we humans freak out when there is no safe relating, when we feel unsafe and our nerve system just takes over. You know that donkeys, when they are a little bit scared, they just freeze, they don't move. And you can beat up the donkey all you want. You can yell at them, but they will not move. They're taken over by their nerve system. And I'm pretty sure you have felt out of control in your Limerence episode. So now would be a good time to apply the 3 pillars of self-compassion. I'm going to do it with you. What we do is actually really simple. First of all, you just name what you feel. Nothing more, nothing less. By stating you acknowledge it. Well, you acknowledge it. What do you feel? Well, I feel embarrassed, that's for sure. I'm a little bit angry. I'm also a little bit sad. And I'm not really proud. I want to kind of crawl under a stone, and I'm also scared. Those are my feelings. Second step is find a common humanity. Not to dismiss your feelings, the opposite. By saying that you're human and other people experience the same feelings and they also freak out when they feel unsafe and they have the exact same nerve system, you make less of a freak of yourself. Everybody freaks out when they feel unsafe. We've all shown behaviors that we're not really proud of, and we don't want to repeat in the future. And step number 3 is make a friendly sentence. And if you find that difficult, what would you say to your friend? You probably would say something like, yeah, you didn't murder anyone. You didn't kill anyone. What's the worst thing you did? Seriously. You didn't harm anyone? Seriously, you're human. Come on. Have some compassion with yourself. I hope you will practice the 3 pillars of self-compassion and give yourself a little bit credit for being human and having feelings and wanting to feel safe and having a nerve system that wants to be regulated. Hooray, that's the good news. Your nerve system is doing what it's supposed to do. If you have anything to say about this subject or this channel, please leave a comment. If you want my help, again, throw me an email, write me an email. The email address is in the description below. And for now, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!